I was never really the biggest fan of all the next-gen variants we get. For several years, expanded universe lines are absolutely oversaturated with variants of next-gens that are barely in the movie. And honestly, I never really fully understood the appeal. I mean, I do get it. I get the appeal. The appeal is that these are racers. Kids love racers. Collectors love racers. Let's make special variants of racers with special gimmicks. I totally get that, and I get behind that, and I understand why that's done, and I don't have a problem with that, obviously. I mean, I've bought nearly every variant they've done. But to me, they're just not as special as something like, say, World Grand Prix Racer variants. Because to me, the World Grand Prix Racers are much more rounded out characters. Sure, not many of them speak in the movies, but they all have unique designs that stand out and are unique to them. They have unique personalities that have been adapted and fleshed out in other pieces of Cars media over the years. To me, they're a lot more special than the next gens, which reuse 3 molds, are barely in the movie, other than a few that have like 2 lines each, and are basically glorified background characters. Nothing against the next gens, but, you know, it just kind of bothers me that we've gotten so many variants of them, to the point where there are more Paul Conrevs than there are Lizzies in the Cars diecast line, which is wild to me. I was very happy to see, though, that we were getting a bit of a break from next-gen variants over the past few years. After the NASCAR line, we really didn't have anything else. That, combined with the glow-in-the-dark gimmick, made me quite a bit excited for the Glow Racers. Yeah, it had been quite a while since we got new next-gen variants. A lot of the racers in the line are either more significant next-gens, like Chase or Ryan, or main characters, like Lightning, Cruz, and Storm, whenever he comes out. And the other half of the line was main character variants. So to me, I kind of got the best of both worlds. I absolutely love getting Radiator Springs character variants, and this line is full of them. And I love the fact that we have a cool, good gimmick for a racers line compared to something like the Endurance Racers or Rocket Racers, which had really disappointing selling points. So honestly, I don't mind getting some new next-gen variants when there's a pretty good idea behind it. And the fact that the first background next-gen we're getting is Will Rusch, who's my all-time favorite next-gen, certainly helps that. See, I fooled you. I pulled a plot twist on you. You thought I wasn't going to like this, but I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, guys, welcome back to yet another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Glow Racer Will Rusch. This guy was first released as a first look in a 4-pack, which launched alongside Wave 1 of the Glow Racers back in the fall of last year. And then he released on his own in, like, February as part of, I believe, the 3rd wave of Glow Racers. So now, if you, like me, skipped on him the first time, you could pick him up as a single. Flip around to the back. You know, the fact that this is the first ever Will Rusch variant definitely also helped soften the blow. If this were a Paul Conrev, I probably would have gone insane. I'm kidding, of course, but, yeah, I just, you know, I don't mind getting next-gen variants. It's just, I feel like they're so overdone, and they oftentimes reuse the exact same characters. I look over at my shelf right now, and I have, like, 4 different variants of Chase Race-A-Lot, which isn't helped by the fact that I just got a 5th with the Glow Racer. There are 4 or 5 Tim Treadlesses. I see 3 Cam Spinners, 5 Paul Conrevs. So, at the very least, we're getting a variant of Will, who has never gotten one before, which, again, kind of softens the blow a little for me. Another thing that softens the blow is the fact that we've barely gotten any racers in this line called the Glow Racers, and while I like that we're getting the Radiator Springs cars, I feel like if instead of doing Glow Racers, we just did a special line of glow-in-the-dark cars where they can make whoever they want instead of having them themed to an expanded universe thing, it would have been much better, and would have, you know, I think that would have been a better choice than having half racers, half Radiator Springs cars. Anyway, we've got Dinoco Cruz, Lightning, Mater, reviewed these 3. They were, of course, Wave 1. Got Chase and Fillmore waiting to be reviewed, who we will be getting to in the coming days. Anyway, let's pop Will out of the package here. And this, honestly, I think might just be the coolest Glow Racer in terms of what glows. They made a really, really good choice making Will, of all next gens, into a Glow Racer, because all of this yellow stuff on him is gonna glow, and I think that's really cool. So, Will Rusch was designed with sort of the vaporwave concept in mind. Vinyl Coupe is supposed to be a company that was founded in the 80s. According to the Hood of Rev Rotages, it was founded in 1986, a reference to the year that Pixar started. So, for this design, they try to do like an 80s, like, pseudo-retro vaporwave look. And I really like how it turned out on Will Rusch. Well, I feel like that's a really overdone design style. I think it really works for Will Rusch. And having him, of all cars, be a glow racer was a really smart choice. As you can see, the entire grid is gonna glow, which is gonna look super cool. I've seen this kind of glowing at night when I shut my lights off, and it looks super cool. I can't wait to take a closer look. You can see that in order to make the sort of glowing part defined more, they definitely removed a lot of the squares on the grid. Looks like they just kind of cut it in half. Probably so that it could look better when it's glowing in the dark. I think my biggest issue is the fact that the purple paint isn't metallic. Maybe there was an issue doing metallic paint for one of the glow racers, I don't know, but I would have much preferred if they made the purple metallic. It definitely fits the theme well. I think the shade of purple and the glow-in-the-dark yellow they chose work really well together, but I think I would have just preferred if it were metallic purple. The metallic coloring is one of my favorite things about Will Rusch. He's got a facial expression pretty close to the original, just looks like Vietnam trying to remake the original expression. He has a different eye color for some reason. Okay. Moving on to the side, we got the number 76. And oh my gosh, it looks like the sponsors are going to glow. We got Piston Cup, Combustor, Carbon Cyber, Synergy, all the classics, the notorious gang of next-gen sponsors. We got some very cool glowing wheels here. Looks like they are going to fully glow. I believe that's been the same for all the glow racers. Vinyl toupee written there on the spoiler. Unfortunately not going to glow, but the whole spoiler is going to glow. You can see they just replaced the black parts with the yellow parts and then did a bit of extra work like this gold part. And again, the whole grid pattern. On the back, oh man, they forgot to remove his rookie stripes. That's annoying. Well, I mean, I guess I don't know. Will Rusch is barely in Cars 3. Usually for these expanded universe lines, they make sure to remove the Cars rookie stripes because, you know, they take place after Cars 3, and a lot of the next gens are no longer rookies by the Florida 500. If Will was a rookie, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, if Will's first appearance in the movie is at the Florida 500, which I think it actually might be, then him having rookie stripes might make sense. We would just say that the glow race takes place at some point before the end of his first season, or maybe in between seasons, and he just didn't get the stripes removed yet. Otherwise, it's an error. Who cares? We got a 76 on the back. Lights there. There's a look at the other side. Let me go shove this guy under my ceiling fan for a few seconds to charge him up, and I'll be right back. It's always quite difficult to capture how well the glow racers glow on camera. I think I did a pretty good job this time around. Just my video camera does not capture that all that well, unfortunately. But these do glow very well, as I've said before. They're just very specific. Based on what part of the light hits what part of the car, you're going to have a different part glowing. So depending on how you hold it, the wheels may glow more, other parts might glow more. But I think he's another very successful glow racer. And there you have it, a full look at Glow Racers Will Rusch. Another pretty good car from the Glow Racers line. While this line may not 100% be my thing, if you like the Glow Racers, this is going to be another one that you like. It probably has the coolest glowing feature that we've seen out of any of these so far with the grid pattern. It's a very smart and clever car to make into a Glow Racer. So, if you're a fan of these so far, I definitely recommend this one. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.